my lovelies. Hi, it's Emmy. Welcome back to another dollar store taste test. Today I'll be tasting this. And this is a pork chop. This says it's a bone-in pork loin chop. I found this in the frozen food section at my local dollar store. And if you've missed my other dollar store taste test, including steak and burgers, I should put the playlist up here. And similar to the ribeye steak, this is a very, very thin cut of meat. Here is the chop. It's really big, actually. And this is a 5-ounce steak. So just like my ribeye steak, I'm going to cook this up frozen and do so on a cast iron skillet, my favorite way to cook steaks. Some people have asked me about this burner. This is an induction burner, so it actually does not get hot to the touch. It only works with ferrous pans, so your pan has to have some kind of iron in it. So this uses a magnet to heat up the pan. As you can see, it's starting to smoke. So this is getting smoking hot. I'm gonna go ahead and place my pork chop on here. I'm not going to salt this at all because of the solution. All right, so I'm gonna let this cook for 3 minutes and then give it a turn. Start to see some of the solution kind of oozing out. All right, let's give that a flip. I'm gonna call that done. That looks on that side. All right. So I'm gonna add a little bit of black pepper to this because I didn't really season this at all. Last time I put salt on my steak, which was a bit of a mistake. So there's a couple reasons why they add solution or a brine to this meat. 1, to make it juicier, and 2, to give it more flavor. Let's go ahead and give our pork chop a taste. Give it a cut. It's a very, very, very thin steak. Pretty lean piece of pork, just a little bit of fat on the edges here. And let's give it a taste. Itadakimasu. That's not very good at all. That's pretty terrible. The texture is really what I find very strange. It's squishy and rubbery, so as you chew into it, juices kind of squish out. The texture is unlike any meat I've ever had before. Very, very resilient, but unnatural, kind of spongy in texture. And the flavor is not very good. It just tastes of that solution. It's quite salty, kind of meat-like, but it tastes a lot like a soy burger too. I was happy that I was able to get a pretty good sear, but that's just more about technique. If you've got a nice cast iron pan that's really heavy and can retain a lot of heat. This actually reminds me a little bit of seitan or vital wheat gluten. Vegetarians and vegans may know what I'm talking about. Basically, gluten is the protein that you find in wheat, and you can extract that from the wheat and turn that into kind of a faux meat, and it's kneaded and pulled and then seasoned with soy sauce and other kinds of things to give it some flavor, and then you can use it in stir fries as you would meat. Kind of meat-like in terms of it has a kind of texture to it. I actually much prefer the seitan or vital wheat gluten to this. This seems like some strange hybrid, like something isn't quite right here. So this piece of meat was $1, but price per pound was a little over $3 a pound. So for that price, you could easily get a piece of pork from the grocery store for the same price, and it would taste so much better and would be so much better for you. So much less sodium, for sure. So that was Stampine's bone-in pork chop from the dollar store. All right, thanks you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys learned something. Let me know in the comments if there are any other things you'd like to see me taste test. And yeah, I shall see you in my next video. Oh, share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media. Show this video a little bit of love, and I shall see you in my next video. Toodaloo. Take care. Bye. All right, bye.